Hello and welcome back to Jordan of Time, my 199 Time Hardcore Ironman. In the last 12 days, I've been running around the roofs of Ardoin, and I've been getting from level 92 to where I am now, which in just a couple of jumps will mean my freedom. It's not been the most fun doing this, but I'm glad it's over. And there we have it, level 99. It's been slow, but it's not been bad. It's been a bit over 360 hours since the last level 99. I can't complain. Boring, sure. Bit click intensive, definitely. But overall, it's whatever. Definitely not the worst skill in the game. But now, need to go get that agility cape. Captain Izzy, I want your skill cape. Let's put that on. And let's see what we've spent the last month and a bit doing. So we've got stamina boost, which is nice, but the only real good thing. Oh, we zoomed out for that, okay. Is the pole dancing emote, which is great. This isn't, that's my entire cash stack gone. But we need to be back at the crafting guild because we're going to be jumping straight into the next skill before we do a couple of quests. Now, what is the next skill? Well, if agility is seen as the worst skill, I don't want to wear that. Agility is seen as the worst skill. It's time to do the second worst. We're going to be doing runecrafting. And the reason for doing runecrafting is magic. Because I want to get into doing magic as soon as possible. I want the teleports to get around. But we can't do that without having access to runes or a lot of money. And as you see, my cash stack is non-existent. So, we're going to be making runes this way. So yes, runecraft. The other skill everyone loves to hate. That is where I've decided to focus my attention next. Whilst many people only seem to hate the skill, it's actually one which I have fond memories of. Although that was mainly after the air altar was moved outside Varrock in 2009. I'd spend my time just running air runes. There wasn't really any money to be made, but it was fun for a young Jordan. I'd also spend a lot of time playing the Great Orb Project minigame. It wasn't the most fun minigame in the world, but I wouldn't say no to it being added to OSRS. However, old school runecraft is a different beast. The main ways I would be training the skill is Guardians of the Rift, when I can give the game my full attention, and then the Arceus library when I can't. At least until I can do blood runes. Then I'll probably be doing that as my low attention method. And with this, you can probably understand why I've taken the route which I have. Mining and crafting are both necessities for both Guardians of the Rift and making blood runes on Zaya. But not having access to the shortcuts in both areas would make both training methods miserable. But before I can do any of that, I need to do some quests. The first quest? Enter the Abyss. I start by talking to some Zamorakian scum in the wilderness, who tells me to talk with him in the Chaos Altar in Varrock. So, I run over there and find out that he wants to gain access to the Rune Essence mines. Despite not wanting to help a Zamorakian, I know that his knowledge of the Abyss is too good to pass up. So, I take the orb he gives me and follow his instructions and teleport to the rune essence mines in 3 locations, thanks to Aubrey, Crompety, and Cedrador. After doing that, I return with the orb to him and he allows me to teleport to the abyss. Not that I will, as that's certain death. But with access to the abyss, I can now go for the true goal. The second quest, Temple of the Eye. I meet with a sickly looking wizard in the Caridian desert, who tells me she's found a strange necklace which has magical energy relating to both her wizarding clan and the Zamarakian one I just gave access to the essence mines. She asked me to talk with the Zamarakian wizard to see if he can help. I go to him, and he asks for a cup of tea and a bucket of water. He also mentions his name is Herbert. Not the name I would have had him down for, but I guess not all evil wizards can be called something like the Sorcerer of Demise, the Harbinger of Darkness, or Bob. I get him his tea and bring him a bucket of water, and he tells me about a stinky dark mage in the abyss who can probably help. So Herbert teleports me to the dark mage, and I give him a quick wash. The now angry dark mage makes me do a memory game before giving me an incantation to find the source of the magical energy. I take this incantation back to the sickly wizard, and she tells me that she'll need more wizards, so we head to the wizard's tower. Once there, I'm tasked with getting the senile wizard Treborn to hand over his apprentices, but not before he makes me do maths and word games.
Hello, young thingamawhat.
I need your apprentices to help me with an incantation.
Right now, but we're having a party.
A party?
Party? What party?
You said you were having a party?
Well, I suppose it is a party of sorts. A study party. Would you like to join in? You look like you could use one.
I'll pass. Anyway, Cedrador said your apprentices could help me with an incantation.
What kind of incantation?
One that could lead us to an ancient teleportation matrix.
Teleportation matrix? Doesn't sound like the most comfortable place for a party. I bet it's full of thingamawhats as you as well.
I'm not suggesting we move the party there. I'm suggesting that we cancel the party and discover the secrets of this teleportation matrix instead.
Cancel the party? You're certainly a party pooper.
Alright, how about, instead of cancelling the party, we finish it with a bang? What's currently on the agenda?
Finish it with a bang? Cedrador won't be happy if we burn the place down again, will he? Still, I like it. I've currently tasked each of the apprentices with solving a problem. If they all solve it, we can celebrate together.
Sounds good. So, what's the problem?
Problem? There's no problem. Everything is fine here. We're having a party.
I mean, what's the problem they have to solve?
Oh, it's trivial. They just have to figure out what a thingamawhat is.
A thingama-what?
Precisely.
Right, I'll speak to the apprentices. Perhaps together we can figure this out.
Good luck.
Huh? Oh. So it's 11. Which... that doesn't work. There's nothing that's 11? Unless the answer is just going to be... I think I know what thingamawhat is. 11.
Well done! That's correct. See, it's easier to solve problems when you put aside what's best for you and instead focus on what's best for the team. Congratulations, you all pass. Now finish with a bang, did you say?
After Treborn attempts to cause a fire, the apprentices join the sickly wizard and I in the basement to explore the sickly wizard's special hole. Upon entering the hole, the sickly wizard casts a spell, which causes all hell to break loose, and she gets sucked off to another dimension, whilst I am made to play a solo round of Guardians of the Rift in tutorial mode. After successfully failing to remember anything about the minigame, and stumbling through at a snail's pace, the quest is over, and I am now able to train runecraft without having to run to altars for all of the runes. Now, it's time to lock in for the grind. The first few rounds, I was barely getting enough points, but after a while, I was getting the hang of it, getting 3 to 5 reward points per round. It's nothing amazing, but it didn't matter. The reward points are secondary. The main goal is the runecraft XP. Every 10 reward pulls, I would come to the reward guardian and see what I got. And it didn't take long before I started to see things which I wasn't expecting. Oh my god. Absolute needle? That's like my 30th pull. What's the drop rate on that? This needle. 1 in 300. Yeah, it's not too bad then, getting it that early. And that's where I'm at right now. I've had access to runecraft for about 2 days now, and I haven't been playing all that much. As such, I'm only at level 60. But with everything to make a colossal pouch when I hit 75, it's just a case of getting the abyssal pearls for the raiments of the eye set. But that's going to be it for this episode. I'm curious to see where I'll be by the next one, as I don't think I've ever gotten past level 75 runecraft before, so I'm already closing in on a personal best. And with that, I do hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, dropping a like or a comment would be greatly appreciated. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And until next time,